Hello, this is G for AI for Pinoys, and this is going to be like tutorial on how to get consistent images with Google's Nano Banana. So, ating yan sa screen. So, objective natin dito is matuto kayo on having the right prompt to produce the consistent branding output that requires for your business or for your work, whatever. No, you plan to use the image generation tool of Nano Banana. No? Very, very useful to sa mga tao na sa marketing or very useful to sa mga tao na sa branding or brand design or advertising or affiliate marketing. Kasi madami siyang pwede pang gawin after magawa mo yung consistent brand. Do a quick demo of an example of a quick, like how I mastered the art of uh, consistent brand image. No? So this is an application that I created. No? So ang idea niya is to create an avatar of a virtual avatar of yourself. Ang tawag ko sa kanya is ThinkCheck. So kung gusto mo makita yung virtual avatar mo, model mo, ito yan. Try mong app na to. No? So you can access it at ai4pinoys.com. No? So ito siya. No? So basically, it's you upload an image and then it will generate an avatar, a virtual avatar model of yourself, no? Or whatever, anong image yan. Kahit mukha lang niya lang, kalahating katawan, or mas maganda, full body, no? So, bakit ko binibigay ito as a demo? Because, so I'll give you an example of how it's done. Let's say, mag-upload tayo ng image na model, for example, let's say, ito si Kuya, upload natin siya. So this is going to be an example of how kung tama yung prompting mo at tama yung pag-structure ng prompt mo, you will always get a consistent image. So as you can see, this is how he looks like. Hindi ko siya kilala. It's just random guy from the internet na dinownload ko lang. But you can see that it generated a virtual model avatar of him, no? So, consistent siya. No? So, ang gagawin natin sa kanya ngayon is gagawin natin, dadamitan natin siya. Titingnan natin kung magiging consistent pa rin ba yung mukha niya, yung katawan niya, pag pinalitan natin yung damit. Tandaan mo, si Nano Banana is capable of doing that. It can replace clothes. So, gawa tayo ng example. So, for example, ito yung AI for Pinoy's t-shirt na meron tayo, na virtually meron tayo. Wala pa naman yan na merchandise. Di pa naman ganun kalaki si AI for Pinoy's merchandise, no? But, yeah. So, tingnan natin kung mapapalitan niya, no? So, cool. Did it look like the other guy? Yes. Did it change the shirt? Yes. It's still the same guy, no? So, palitan natin siya ng profile. Let's say, gawin natin side profile na lang siya. So, tignan natin kung magiging consistent rin siya. So, magandang ginawa kasi to dahil you can actually do a fit check, like literally fit check. So, kung may mga damit ka na gusto, ayan, see yung side profile, it's still consistent, no? Kung gawa tayo ng slightly turned 3/4, so ginawa mo yung mga modeling standard, no? So, pwede ka mag-upload ng picture mo kasi, ay picture ng damit, and then pasuotin mo sa kanya. So, pwedeng gano'n. So, kung gusto mong malaman kung anong naging itsura niya muna, bago niyo bilhin yung isang gamit sa TikTok or sa Shopee or sa Lazada or sa Shein, whatever, no? So, pwede niyo na i-check mo na itong application na to. So, very useful to. So, actually, for sa mga fashion designers or like nagbebenta ng t-shirt or nagbebenta ng mga clothing brands, no? So, yan, this is an example of a consistent. Pansin nyo, hindi nagbago yung features niya, hindi nag-morph, hindi nagpalit. Nakasalamin pa rin siya, nakadamit siya ng ganito. Same features pa rin, wala binabago. So this is the power of tamang prompting at tamang brand consistency when it comes to using Nano Banana. So ano ba yung background ni Nano Banana? Bakit siya tinawag na Nano Banana? Gusto ko lang sa trivia lang to, no? It's actually it was a joke lang, technically not a joke, but pinangalan lang talaga siya Nano Banana because nagkaroon sila ng there's an LM Arena. LM Arena is, so hindi alam sa mga non-tech guys or non-dev, LM Arena is where you submit anonymously applications. So majority of yung mga big companies who produces like all these technologies like Google, Anthropic, OpenAI, DeepSeek, ByteDance, I think, all of these companies submit an anonymous application and an anonymous rin, hindi rin kalala kung sino yung nag-submit to them for people to test. And then, so recently, may isang girl, si Nina, was the one who submitted the image generation, which is called Gemini 2.5 Flash, yata nila ni Gemini, and sinabit niya yun as one of the tools for people to check for image generation. And ang kinalabasan yun is, naging number 1 siya in ranking, all in, I think, 48 hours, I think, and 200 million edits kagad in weeks, no? Naging viral siya agad, no? So, and then, it was a joke lang yung pinangalan na Nano Banana. It wasn't really intentional. But since it became a viral thing and it became, people started
referring to Nano Banana already. So ginawa nila as part, in part ng branding na ng Google yung Nano Banana. So yan ang just a bit of like a trivia for you guys now. So anyway, so few years ago kasi the way image generation was done, if you've seen images of how it was like yung mga ano yung pag nag-generate yung AI mukha siya lang plastic. Yung mga very clean, very parang walang flaws yung mukha, walang pores, yung alam mo malalaman mo agad na it's actually an AI generated image. That na I think nahalata kagad siya na AI. So kaya siguro nag-invent sila in a way or gumawa sila ng technology in a way na it becomes less of an AI look, no? So anyway, so kaya ko siya share kasi but depende sa paggamit mo with the image generation, no? Some people use it for artistic purposes, like to do like artworks or AI artworks or cover design for books na meron sila or for yung mga I don't know for albums or for whatever. Like there are multiple uses for it, no? So if you are the type of creative person who wants to do like super creative and yung kaya mong wala ka nang pinapollow na strict guidelines, there is a tool for that, no? But there is another one that gusto mo na kasi siya for speed, no? Like you mentioned dito, for speed and for branding, for brand consistency, and you want to be a bit constrained, no? Meaning meron kang guidelines na sinusundan, no? So there are different ways, there are different tools for each purpose, no? Here in this particular case, I mentioned Midjourney because Midjourney, I personally use Midjourney and it's really good in terms of creative output, like really creative output and character consistency. So I think yun ang ginagamit ng mga OG na mga artists minsan or people who are into advertising or who wants to do like video edits na UGC, yung mga user-generated content na maganda yung parang more realistic talaga itsura ng mga AI models nila, no? So Midjourney is that one. Pero kung ayaw mo naman ng ganun, you just after the the speed, you're after the brand consistency, then I would default to Nano Banana kasi even as it is, it's really very powerful kung marunong kang gamitin siya, no? So, just to be able to understand on a technical concept, no? So, di ko na masyadong i-deep dive itong technicality na to, but kasi the other models like Stable Diffusion or like Midjourney has basically understands technical terms more than Nano Banana. Nano Banana kasi understands human language or natural language. So kung ikaw ay very conscious ka on terms of the camera, let's say camera, yung depth of field, yung aperture, kung yung very, very concerned in terms of character consistency or yung lighting, etc., then I think Stable Diffusion and Journey would be the better option if you wanna, have that full control and how it could come out. But if not, then I would default to Nano Banana. Kasi in this particular case, there is a technical component. The reason why it becomes really good in terms of character consistency is because meron na sinusundan na panang process. There's a seam or the base photo, and then the base photo gets improved over time by using different techniques, no? So hindi ko na masyado ito i-discuss. But since we're talking about Nano Banana, gusto ko lang emphasize na yung concept kasi niya is on VLN, which is really about like visual language, no? So it understands the way it was created, the way it was redesigned, or the way it was developed is really it understands human language, the way we perceive things, the way we see things, and the way we interpret information. That's why napansin nyo, it can understand kung pwedeng palitan yung shirt, like ito, like kung example na to, saan to yan? Ito, pwedeng palitan yung shirt. Napapalitan kasi yung shirt kasi naintindihan niya yung pong image. Naintindihan, it's not just the pixels, it understands where the shirt is, like visually where the shirt is, can actually literally see where the shirt is and change that shirt, no? Like here. So as you can see, same pose, but pinalitan lang yung shirt. So yan ang bagong way, no, which is the VLM, no? So gusto ko lang turo sa inyo yan, no? So, and that's the reason why malakas si Nano Banana in terms of consistency rin. So na-ensure niya na consistent yung image mo kasi kaya niyang in a way, kaya niya parang i-break down yung image na pinadala mo sa kanya into parts and those parts, it can edit those parts, right? So, for example, all these images pala na pinapakita are all Nano Banana created.
And this application that I'm actually using is called Gamma.app. Again, you put it in the description. It's actually an AI generated presentation as well, no? So ako na nagbigay sa kanya ng context on what to write, and it did this way, no? So importante lang sa inyo to understand when you do image editing is really context, no? So yung what you want the image to come out, no? So para kang ano, imagine mo para kang director lang. Siyempre when you're directing something, gusto mo lagi na nakaayos lahat yung blocking, ayos yung light, nakaayos yung mga props, nakaayos yung actors, you know. So para kang nag-orchestrate niyan. So ganun din dapat isipin mo lagi when you start using ano ba. So we'll skip to the boring part. I know this is kind of boring. I know it's kind of like mapakikinig pa ako sa ganitong tao na to. Gusto ko lang kasi emphasize sa inyo na at least on the technical, on the foundational side, ano yung iba't ibang uses for each of them, no? So like, I mentioned the examples, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and Nano Banana, no? Kung ikaw yung goal mo is high-end art, yung mga aesthetics, yung mga aesthetic na yan, Midjourney, I would recommend Midjourney. Pero kung gusto mo ng control, iteration, mincing may sinusundan ka for this works really well with animes and stuff. Pag gumagawa ka ng character for comics and stuff, I think yan, Stable Diffusion would be your best bet. And then if you're looking for speed and consistency kasi may purpose ka, may gagamitin ka, which is for your advertising, for your business, for your company, for your social media content, then Nano Banana would be the best one kasi mabilis na siya mag-produce, no? So ayan, so let's do a bit of a demo. And ang demo na to, ang gagawin ko lang sa inyo is not the demo, but tuturo ko sa inyo is how to upgrade yourself in terms of editing, no? In terms of prompting, no? So and utilizing the same image, no? So start tayo ng conversational edit, and then we'll do baliktad to lang. Dapat nalagay ko dapat iterative refinement. So uunahin natin yung conversational edit, then iterative refinement, and then gagawa tayo ng multi-image fusion, no? So very technical in term. Ibig sabihin lang, magsisimula tayo sa base. Tapos ngayon sa base na yan, i-improve natin. Gagawa tayo ng a bit of a design on that base. And then sa base na yan, sa design na nagawa natin, gagawa tayo ng multi-image, meaning maglalagay tayo ng ibang image pagsasama-sama natin. So yan ang objective natin for this tutorial. So gumawa na ako ng example, no? So this is an example of that, no? So here I asked it to create a 3D style, so you can just copy paste lang niya. If you guys can screenshot this or whatever. Basta 3D style ni Nano. So ito siya, no? So gumawa na ganyan. Ito yung na-produce niya, right? So this is conversational. Sinabi ko lang sa kanya, I'll teach you the formula later, no? So paano ba yung formula niya? But for the sake of exercise lang, this is the base, no? So I'm starting off with the base. So what is a base? Yung foundation ni Nano Banana in terms of character reference or yung image na gagamitin niya. Ito yung napapansin nyo sa TikTok na pina-upload kayo na picture ninyo na change into different versions of yourself. So this is a similar thing, no? So here, except this time, gumawa tayo ng panibagong image lang. So pinagawa ko siya ng image. And this is the image na ginawa niya. See, yung character Pixar character of Nano Banana na specify ko na nakasalamin, yellow siya, na may sneakers. No? So this is how it looks like. Now, gusto kong gamitin yung character na to, ilagay natin siya in a different environment. So this is what we call the iterative refinement. So magkakausapin natin si Nano Banana through Gemini, the chat. So you need to have a Gemini account. And then lalagay nyo lang yung prompt na to. Sabihin natin, ikaw na bahala kung how you want the prompt. Basta ang importante is using the provided character reference. Ito, show Nano Banana sitting on a miniature wooden desk in a cozy, sunlit modern office. So, blah, 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 blah. Ayan. So, ginawa niya, ayan, si Nano Banana ni Yes, again, right? So, you can continue doing this. However, from my experience, nawawala yung context ng original image. Ito, if you start conversing it more. So, my suggestion, kung gusto nyo maintain yung character reference, lagi ina-upload. I think, yun na napansin ko lang. Pag lagi niya ina-upload, hindi nagbabago yung itsura ni Nano Banana, no? Or ng image na ginawa niya, no? So, in this particular case, another iterative, upload the reference image, and then, naglagay na akong panibagong prompt, which is gawin siyang collectible. Ito na main kinalabasan, right? So, same iterative na naman, upload the image, gawa naman tayo ng 2D version niya, like cartoon character niya. Ayan.
So this is actually a use case that is really for logo design. So the reason why I'm teaching this as well is because kung kayo gumagawa ng logos, gumagawa ng mga, at least kung gusto niyo lang na mabilisan logo for something, for a branding, this can also be a good tool, no? Eh, paano yan, sir, gumagamit ako ng Canva? Well, you can actually still use Canva for the major edit. Let's say you want to edit this image. Ako ganun gagawa ko. Workflow ko is once I design something like this, I bring it to Canva to remove the background, to improve a bit of information there, or gumawa ako ng stylized like a poster and using the same logo design, no? So yeah, and that can be your workflow. That can be the tech stack or the stack that you can actually use, no? So hindi ka na. So conversation edit, mention ko na yan, no? So you just talk to it, just tell it what you need to do, and then mabilis na siyang gagawin, no? Ato, let's go to the multi-image fusion, no? So yung multi-image fusion, ito yung reference ko naman sa inyo, no? So another example of yan, pinalitan natin to different color. Ang multi-image fusion example nito, no? So palitan na natin si banana, gawin natin Johnson's Baby Oil. Owen. So si Johnson's Baby Oil, lalagay natin siyang, gawin natin siyang high-end product. So kumuha tayo ng isang model na high-end model. Ito, screenshot man to from internet, no? And then gusto kong gawin sa kanya, prompt ko sa kanya is this one. So create a professional advertisement composition. So again, tuturo ko yung prompting So hintay lang kayo. So take the cologne from the first image and then yung model from the second image. Tapos i-combine natin siya. So gawa tayo parang high-end fashion photoshoot na hawak-hawak niya yung Belle Owen. So ayan, the same model, and this is why I like Nano Banana a lot because it did not morph the image of the model or the character. It did not change the look and feel. It just changed by adding the other product, which is the Johnson's Baby Oil, to the image and then reproducing it in such a way that it is actually a high-end photo shoot, no? So hindi niya hawak yung ganito, hindi niya hawak sa ulo, hindi niya hawak sa tenga, hindi niya parang telepono. It actually did it like understood na ito is isang high-end photo shoot. So that's the power of Nano Banana, and I think that's what many people are probably missing out in terms of fast output. I mean, you can use this as your own output already kasi wala ka namang babayaran on sa Nano Banana, meaning commercially, hindi naman siya owned by Google, no? So you can actually utilize this. But it can also be your prototype, meaning kung gumagawa kayo ng, if you're in the branding, if you're in advertising, if you're doing, I don't know, like, basta anything that's related to brand, no? Pwede mo siyang as a storyboard or as an example na ito yung pwede natin gawin, no? It doesn't necessarily mean ito yung gagamitin niya for your lalagay nyo sa EDS billboard, no? Like that, ginagawa sa bench, no? It doesn't have to be like that. You can actually just use it as a reference for people to understand better your vision, your idea, no? So that is another use case for using Nano Banana, no? So this is what you call multimodal or multi-image use, no? So you're putting two different images together and then making them fit like this, like the way you want it, no? Similar to what I demoed kanina. So this is again an actual example of an application that does that, no? However, the difference nga lang with this one is because hindi it's the way it was designed or the way the app was made is parang nare-reference niya kagad yung original image. So in other words, I made it easy lang for myself na I just upload images. I just upload one image. I just uploaded the damit in yung clothing and then nire-reference kagad. So hindi na ako nagta-type ng prompts, no? So that's the only difference here, no? But yeah, so at least nagets yun na naman, no? So yan ang gusto ko lang i-emphasize sa inyo, no? So there are many use cases, there are many ways to do it. I mean, what I'm just teaching you guys is, for my experience, the best practices na nagawa ko lang. It doesn't have to be, I mean, I'm sure there are other methodologies out there, but this is the one that works for me lang. Yeah, storyboarding. Okay, di ka na mention to, di ka na mention yan. Okay, ito yung gusto ko na i-clear sa inyo kasi madalas kayo makakita, and I think a lot, I personally did this before, no? Yung JSON prompting, no? Yung JSON prompting yung code na binibigay mo sa kanila, no? With the new Nano Banana release last November, it's no longer, parang it doesn't, pwede mo pa rin siyang gamitin. You can technically use it. Yung mga parang, JSON prompt is basically like a code where you separate the
the elements of what you want the output to be like. So kung gusto mo ng lighting, ito yung lighting. Kung gusto mo yung format, 9:16. Kung gusto mo yung character is XXXX. Kung gusto mo yung depth of field, ganito. Gusto mo yung aperture, ganito. So may ganun kasi na way of prompting. But of course, business owners or generally the general public, hindi naman marunong gumawa na ganun. Unless gagamitin mo ulit sa ChatGPT, AI, hey, create a JSON prompt for me on this. I think what Google did is
they made it easier na lang. So kaya nga sabi ko, hindi mo na kailangan siya, no? Hindi mo na kailangan gawin yun ngayon. Kasi nga, it understands human language, it understands context, it can actually
see the image itself and then make the changes by looking at the image and what you want it changed, no? So that's the advantage of Nano Banana over the other AI image generation model out there, no? So like again, like you have to be the director. So here is the part where I'll teach you guys on the prompting guidelines, no? So paano ba siya? So ito yung formula na gamitin niya na. You can screenshot this. So basically, objective lang is kung ang image mo ay may background and anything else. So yan, lagay niya na to. Cinematography, yung subject, yung ginagawa, yung action, yung context, ano nangyayari, ano yung mga elements around it, yung style, ano ba yung mood niya, gusto niyo ba yung medyo may pagka-sad yung mood, gusto niyo ba yung color palette niya, yung pang sunset type, or yung sunrise, or yung afternoon. So, depende yan sa'yo, no? So, this is how you imagine the output of the image or how you want the image to be like. Kaya napapansin nyo for many of yung mga profile pics or yung mga dumalabas na use this prompt to come up with a like a new profile pic for yourself, no? It uses this formula lang. So yung background, the subject, yung action, yung context, no? So again, this is a bit technical. Like I mentioned kanina, sabi ko, you don't really need to mention the length of view. Pero pag gusto mo lang naman, like for example, hindi naman kailangan very specific na technical. Like ano ba siya? Drone shot ba siya? Wide angle ba siya? Pwede mo na i-mention yan kasi iba talaga nagagawa ng yung lens, no? So for example, wide angle shot, yung depth of field siya na ganito. It does make a big difference in naman, but not too technical na kailangan may actual formula na nalangi pa doon, no? So hindi na siya kailangan. And then this is the one that I think madalas ginagamit ng ibang tao na hindi na napapansin. Sinasabi nila, do not do this, do not add this, do not put this, no? So Nano Banana ngayon, it's actually more of a positive, meaning instead of saying do not or no like this, no like that, focus on the pro, no? The positive prompting, which is, for example, instead of no blurry image, don't make it dark, sabihin mo na ng sharp focus, well-lit, vibrant colors. Focus on what you want it to happen rather than what you don't want included, no? So that because nga, again, semantics or yung context ni Nano Banana understands the human language, no? All right? So yan. So here is the prompt that you can use. So yan. So ganyan pansin nyo, ultra wide shot, cinematic length, majestic line, ganyan. So kunyari, ano natin to, copy paste natin to. Ilagay natin kay Nano Banana, for example. Gawa tayo ng image, copy-paste natin yan. Ating teeth. Okay. Gawa rin pala ako. Sorry, nilagay ko yung sarili ko sa model. Yung baby oil, nilagay ko yung generate ko na image na using this tool. Yan. And then, audio bokeh. Yan. Anyway, natin sa itsura ng lalabas na sa ultra-wide shot. So, again, for how to generate this prompt, no? Pwede kayo gumawa na, no? Here. This is a pretty cool output. Right? Looks so realistic, no? Yung for this generating this kind of prompting sequence, pwede nyo lang gawin is you can have ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude to generate the template for you and then fill in the blanks na lang kayo. So depending kung ano yung mag-work para sa inyo. So, ayan. Okay. So kung gusto ko emphasize niyo, whenever you generate an AI image, tandaan nyo lagi there is a watermark na hindi nyo na napapansin. Hindi lang ito yung watermark niya. Yung may star na ganyan. Yan. Hindi siya yan. Hindi lang yan. Mayroon pa siyang watermark within the image itself na can be detected. Kaya napapansin nyo, some let's say YouTube or TikTok can actually detect whether the video is actually an AI generated because it leaves a watermark, no? It leaves something inside. No? So, may parang may digital fingerprinting talaga yung AI. Why? Just to avoid, kaya ginagawa to avoid fake news, fake images, fake, yung mga tao, kasi minsan, yung mga siraang tao rin na gumagawa ng mga fake content, no? So, just to avoid that, no, I need to determine whether it is a legit content or legit or totoo talaga siya or parang ayan. Okay, hindi na natin di-discuss to. Ito yung binigay ko sa webinar, blah, 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 blah. O ayan. Na-mention ko na sa inyo, no? So, kung gusto niyo na mabilis, I would recommend really using Nano Banana. Kung gusto niyo na artistic, Midjourney. Kung gusto niyo na medyo technical, you can use Stable Diffusion. So, yan. So, when not to use Nano Banana is when you're looking for something that's wild. Gusto mo nag-hallucinate yung wild si AI, no? So, yan. Use Midjourney. I think Midjourney is the best one for that if you want it to be really, really artistic. And so, paano ba gumawa ng Nano Banana? Ayan lang na pala. Hindi ko siya explain, no? Nag-discuss ka. Basically, Nano Banana, you can access it in Gemini, Google, no? So, if you have a Gemini, if you have a Google account, I have a pro account with Gemini, but I think it's available to all users of Google, no? So, may ano lang yata siya, pag free version, may limit lang yata. Parang may data. I think may cap lang siya. I'm not so sure. Pero for pro, parang never pa ako nagkaroon ng, hey, sumobra ka na ng ng note ng generation. Parang wala pa naman na-receive na ganun. So yeah, you go to gemini.google lang. So .com. And then you can just log in and you can already create it. So makita mo naman siya dito, like you can just select from the choices here. Here pa nga you can have create videos. So pwede mong gawin video yung image na ginawa mo yan. Pag hindi natin ibigay, hindi ko gagawin as an example yan. But here you can select create images, which is Nano Banana. As you can see, there's a banana there. So yan. Yan lang. So kung gusto niyo pang malaman about many of these things, and you can ask me questions. So this is actually my Telegram community. I also have AI for Pinoys. As you know, you can just go to the description here and you can see AI for Pinoys. You can log in. I do webinars as well. So if you guys are interested in webinars about AI stuff and how it can help your work, madaming topics, you can check it out. No, so here are some of the questions, no, biggest fears that people have when it comes to using AI images. Sasagutin natin yan. So libre ba talaga ang Nano Banana? Yes, libre po yung Nano Banana. Libre po siya gamitin. You can actually use it for free, but there is a paid version of it. In all free versions, may limit lang po yan. Pero pag paid version, hindi naman siya unlimited, pero may limit siya. May mga sa taas nga lang compared sa free, no? Ano yung next natin na question? Kailangan ba natin ng PC para gamitin yung maganda? Kailangan ba naka-laptop ako, naka-desktop ako? Hindi, kasi nag-run po siya sa cloud. So you don't need to use any powerful PC for that. You can use your phone, you can use your laptop, you can use your desktop po. Mobile friendly po siya. Yes, actually, if you have Gemini downloaded as an app in your Android phone and in your iOS, pwede rin po siya, no? So you can run image generation in your phone as well, no? So wala kang problema using your mobile. Do you own your images? Yes, actually you own your images, no? So whatever you produce there, it's yours. You've earned the right to, if you want to commercialize it, if you want to sell it, it's up to you. And some people do that, no? Gumago sila ng mga wallpaper ng mga cellphone, yung mga wallpapers ng mobile devices at wallpaper ng desktop, and they sell it, no, using AI generation. Will your images be unique? Really depends on how you're very good at the prompting. Yung binigay ko na prompting is very, very, how we put it, simple lang, no? But you can even define and you can even be very complex with the prompting as well. It's up to you, no? You can be more descriptive, in other words, no, in the prompting. So yeah, tinanong sa akin, can I use my actual products for the image generation? Yeah, actually, madami akong sinampolan dito sa DTI KNNE program sa Go Negosyo, where I actually used some of their products, like yung bags na ginagawa nila, yung mga kain na ginagawa nila ng mga chips, banana chips, for example, or yung mga bottled goods nila na binibenta online sa mga DTI events, no? Ginawa mo siya ng like multi-image combination. So may model na kakahawak ng bag nila, nakasuot ng damit nila. So yes, you can actually utilize your own product. And it's just maganda nga yun. You can just take a picture, and it doesn't have to be a professional picture. Just picture, clear lang yung lighting, clear lang yung product, kita siya. And you can use the same concept, no? Kagaya ng ginawa ko dito, no? So which is here, yung baby oil at saka yung model, right? So pwede mong gawin yan. This can be your product, and say peanut butter, hawak na yung model. Pwedeng ganyan. Para lumabas na ganito. And ganyan. So kayo na bahala how I do it. And then text and logo. Now, si Nano Banana is smart enough. But I think
to have the text and logo. Meaning kaya niya gumawa ng text. Literally, kaya niya maglagay ng text.
So whatever, no? So, and it pretty follows it pretty well as well, no? So that's why kind of impressive. But they haven't really explored on the text and logo consistency as much kasi kasi I still use Canva for that in terms of the consistency, especially on the uh texting and logo design. But I think it's possible naman, no?
So yun lang, may language barrier ba? Kahit tinanong di ba basa, kaya ba niyo makaintindi ng Tagalog, no?
So yes, to a certain point, no? Pero kung ako sa inyo, I would do a Taglish kung kaya, or English much better, no? Kasi trained you in English rather than in our local language, or local language is Filipino, no?
So malalaman ba nila ng AI siya? Sa mga magagaling, yes, marunong. Pero right now, very, very hard. So all of this is like, if I actually showed this image to you, and I think, if it was shown this image to me now, I wouldn't think it's AI, no? I would think it's an actual picture from a magazine. And so, but this is actually an AI generated image. I mean, nagiging ganun na sila kagaling mag-generate ng 3D rendering, ng lighting, even the texture, nakukuha nila na as much, no? So yun lang. So that ends, kapagod pala magbigay ng tutorial. But yeah, that ends the tutorial for Nano Banana. Sana na-appreciate niyo ang aking tinuro. Siyempre, parang hindi ko ang dami ko na-mention, no? To be honest, kinakabahan talaga ako magturo ngayon. In fact, I'll be giving another class later on today about Google AI Studio. So, i-reserve ko yung voice for the class. But yeah, so, ayan. So, let's go to the first one. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the how to get consistent images with Google's Nano Banana tutorial here on YouTube. So, if you guys are interested to know more about my AI stuff that can help your work, your business, or to be more productive, and basically to have an AI assistant, no, that can help you 10x your work, or even make you extra money on the side, like side hustle, then please do follow me sa AI for Pinoys. So ito po yung website. Syempre, i-flex ko lang. So AI for Pinoys. All the applications na ginawa ko dito are actually mine, no? I generated them. You can actually check them out. Madami po yan. And I add more, no? And at the same time, if you guys are interested in more webinars, I do have like a series of webinars upcoming for the next coming weeks. So you can actually also join and check it out, no? So, yan lang po. So, and then kung kayo ay interesadong bumili or mapagawa ng mga AI images para sa inyong branding and fashion design, ayan, kailangan nyo sinong tatawagan niya, babayaran nyo nga lang ako. Anyway, yun lang po, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for listening, and do subscribe and follow for more AI tips for Pinoys. See you around. Bye-bye.